Greetings, dear human. They call me Croc, though that is not my real name. Before you turn away shyly, I would like to ask for your attention in the sense of mutual respect between peaceful species. You humans have been conditioned to view reptilians with fear, suspicion, mistrust, or even hatred. But I ask you, if you were in my position, how would you feel? I am observing your ascension process passively, as I am entrusted with my protégé on Earth and am therefore primarily responsible for her protection. Nevertheless, I notice your ascension process as I accompany Bella Isids during her dimensional shift. So, I would like to return to my initial question. How would you feel in my situation? Please listen carefully, because your perspective can change the world, and even the one you live in. Why? I tell you, the key today is open-mindedness. As I've said before, you humans have been taught to fear and avoid beings like us, and to misunderstand us completely. But why? What is the reason for this? It is our appearance. As awakened souls, you should have left these external measurements behind a long time ago. So, what is it precisely? You are astonished because you have no answer. If our appearance shouldn't matter, because we are all creatures of the All One and exist in the eternal circle of the All One, why do you turn away from us even though we are peace-loving? I'm going to take it a step further, even though I know I'm walking on a thin ice. I could turn the tables and see you with suspicion. After all, you wage wars, cause unrest, and indulge in hatred, violence, and unspeakable violence. So I ask you, do I see you as an individual, a wonderful human being, or do I see you as a representative of all humanity, which I could now judge as I please? I could call you all warlike and aggressive, but I won't. Why? Because I'm aware that in higher dimensions there are no judgments, measurements, or criteria for condemnation, and because I have a heightened consciousness. Otherwise, we wouldn't have reached the point we are at in my homeland. We are technologically advanced and deeply spiritual. We honor nature, we honor what we have, and we honor each and every day. We are benevolent and peaceful. Thanks to our abilities as reptilians, we are often hired for rescue missions across the universe. If you wish to describe us in this way, you could say that we are on the good side. Nevertheless, we don't want to label ourselves in such a direct way, as all forms of beings have their place, good as well as bad. It is important not to judge individual situations or events, because you cannot grasp that bigger picture. With that in mind, I would like to address you by saying that we are on the side of good, as this will resonate more with you. Returning to my original point, do you still think it's appropriate to judge us when you don't know us? It is appropriate to condemn us and compare us to species that practice hatred, violence, and conflict when we have absolutely nothing to do with these things? Do you still think it's right to deny us a chance to be heard? I tell you, people, keep away from judgments, measurements, and condemnations. These classifications do not exist in the new world. Everyone has their place without exception, and all these individuals form the greater whole. You are as important to the sacred circle as I am, or as my sons and daughters are. Everyone has their place. I am deeply grateful that you are willing to broaden your perspectives and discard outdated views, because, believe me, this is urgently needed. Just as my son Aurelius is going to share several appeals on this channel to help our species reconnect with yours, I am now making another attempt to approach you with an open mind. I expect the same respect in return. Ultimately, you are in the midst of the Ascension process. This is my sign that it is time to work together with your species once again to give your planet another energy boost. I will not repeat my previous messages nor those of my son. Instead, I respectfully ask you, in the spirit of growing mutual understanding and build trust, to visit my esteemed protege's playlist. There you can see for yourself that there is no reason to be afraid of us. On the contrary, as I have said before, we are of the light and highly spiritual. My protege is distracted as she has just received energy from one of my sons. This is a good opportunity to introduce you to the next part of the story, should you have only recently discovered our channel and are not yet familiar with Bella Isis' life story. I am responsible for protecting my protege because her missions, which work to benefit misunderstood species on an intergalactic scale, do not go unnoticed. Therefore, strong protection is essential to allow her to operate effectively in her role. Bella Isis has been chosen as one of the most important spokespersons on Earth with the aim of restoring the reputations of the Reptilians and disempowering those creatures who wish to continue spreading war, hatred, and intolerance on your planet. So I took this opportunity to connect with you on a heart level by sharing a story that truly shows that love knows no separations or outward appearance. We are just as flawless and beautiful as you. Every creation of the Source have different features to cherish, so beauty and the art of expression are diverse. Bear in mind that our way of life differs from yours, especially since we encounter different conditions on our planet. I won't elaborate on this further, as my highly esteemed protege has written in great detail about our species in numerous books. This brings me to the next point, which connects what I have just said with what follows. Bella Isis was distracted earlier by my son's energies. Why is that? What happened? Firstly, we should mention that Bella Isis has a great deal of respect for reptilians and loves them dearly. She sees us as we are, not as you expect us to be. We are who we are, and you are who you are. Something happened during all these shared missions. It wasn't planned, yet it fits perfectly into the plan. My protege fell deeply in love with one of my sons. Fate took a turn, and he also became very fond of her. You can read the full love story in the books written by my esteemed apprentice and protege. Love knows no bounds. Bella Isis fell so deeply in love with one of my sons that she couldn't stop thinking about him day and night. This continued until she finally ended up in his arms. She has been his wife since 24 December 2024 and often jokingly refers to herself as the Reptilian bride. She is a Pleiadian who has taken on a human form to serve on Earth as part of the crew of a Pleiadian lightship, mediating between humans and extraterrestrials. She truly lives among extraterrestrials on Earth and recounts her experiences in her books. Containing many extraterrestrial codes and keys, these books are designed to awaken superhuman abilities in every single reader, without exception. For that is how it is intended. Each reader can develop or rediscover special gifts using the embedded codes. This was once sanctioned by the Karmic Council. Every reader who touches the books is able to experience spiritual growth and wonders. These experiences are constantly evolving as the books themselves transform alongside the messenger and her extraterrestrial gifts, which she is meant to pass on to her readers. My Pleiadian protege is currently writing immense books that even astonish Bella Isis herself. She is currently working on at least 4 projects simultaneously, aiming to amaze her readers with extraordinary impulses. But one thing at a time, we now return to our main topic. As you know now, my son and Bella Isis declared their love for each other, and to celebrate this union, a ceremony was held on our planet to bring these two souls together. This ritual is described in detail in the 8th volume of my protege series. Since Bella Isis is from Austria in the heart of Europe and her original language is being translated into English, 6 books are already available in English. The messenger is working on further translations from German to English. Please note, therefore, that it is strongly recommended that you read the books in the series in the intended order, otherwise various codes may not be fully understood, or, in the worst case, may not be understood at all. As you can see, appearance doesn't have to play a role in falling deeply and profoundly in love. If you would like to find out more about Aurelius and his connection to my protege, further information can be found in the playlist dedicated to reptilians. Bella Isis will include a link to the playlist in the credits, which will give you free access to all the reptilian news published on this channel by our esteemed messenger. Aurelius is waiting for you in a peace project that can help you rid your planet of parasitic beings. Listen to my son's words about how you can establish peace on your planet through understanding, compassion and trust in reptilian beings. All you have to do is focus your attention on love rather than perceive fear, which is not only unjustified but also an injustice towards our species. We are the ones who maintain peace, dear humans. We can show you how to increasingly call for peace on your own planes. I still agree with my son's words in which he says that you should not approach the beings controlling your planet from behind the scenes to enslave you with fear or suspicion. Instead, you should weaken these beings by refusing to engage with their tactics of separation more and more. You can heal your world by encountering peaceful reptilians more openly and recognizing that your previously negative attitude cannot lead to paradise. It is essential to remain neutral even towards your tormentors. Hatred will not get you anywhere. In fact, it delays your ascension process. In the new world, there will be only connection, love and understanding. Do you understand? Change your perspective. I'm truly grateful that you are still listening to my message and that you are willing to consider my words with an open mind. By giving a voice to misunderstood species, you are opening yourselves to peace and healing. I sincerely ask you to spread this message. It stems from forgiveness, openness, and the energies of peace. We wish to be heard, not judged, and you wish to be free from the tormentors who manipulate you from the shadows. We can see the tactics the other side is using, and my son Aurelius has already spoken to you about this. Every word you hear from us brings healing and understanding to your world. I would like to reiterate this to emphasize how important the issue is. Every word you accept from us with love brings you healing and weakens the power of the tyrants who seek to control you with hatred from the shadows. Only through conscious listening can you take in words non-judgmentally, which heals your collective and frees your planet. Please be aware of this. Share our message with as many open-minded people as possible. Your active willingness to listen to us brings healing, redemption, and liberation to your planet. Join us. When Bella Isis released her first books in 2023 and began supporting her missions of love to us on YouTube, she told her listeners and readers more than once that, in the future, reptilians and humans would work together to bring peace. The time has come, dear people. The time has come. We are getting closer and closer. Following our protege's lively words, I extend my hand not only to those with peaceful intentions, but also to reach them deep in their hearts. There's no need to be shy with us. It is our hearts that connect us. For a brief moment, you will only hear music. During this time, the reptilian assigned to you will extend their hands to you very actively and noticeably. After this gesture of peace, they will leave your home immediately, even if you don't shake their hand, but we have reached you in your heart instead. We will have successfully completed our mission. It doesn't matter if you wish to keep your distance. We would be honored, but it doesn't matter if you decline our suggestion. We are grateful that you have followed us this far. If you wish to extend your hand to us in peace, please follow these guidelines to ensure a positive experience. Breathe calmly and evenly, find your balance, then close your eyes when you're ready. Extend your arms, palms facing upwards. You can find an image illustrating these steps below. This will help you to orient yourself. If you would prefer to avoid physical contact but would still like to hear our message, you are very welcome to stay with us. I have one final warning regarding your ascension process. Please stay with us. We now require a clear yes or no from you. If you are ready for peaceful contact, please join us in our mission. You will now hear some music for a short moment. During this time, humans and reptilians will join hands in peace. Finally, you will receive a supplement to my message. Thank you for your openness, trust, and willingness to explore new paths. Thank you for choosing the path of peace. Listen to the music for a moment, and then I will continue my message. It's wonderful to still have you with us. It's great to see how open you are. Well then, I'm turning to you today to offer you a warning. The dark side is not asleep. In fact, it is preparing to sow discord and uncertainty. If you have heard the messages from our protege, you will know that this is a transformative year. You are warmly invited to hear the messages of the Count of Saint-Germain, Thoth, and Anubis. My protege has included these important messages in the video description, so you can easily access the transmissions that complement mine. This can help you gain a broader understanding of what might be in store for you this year. Provocations from the dark side are to be expected, so take this loving warning not to be unsettled. Remain in faith. Stay confident, and you will disempower those who try to exert power over you. It is crucial this year to maintain your balance and preserve your equilibrium. Surrender only to trust and calmness, and trust that your inner peace will bring greater peace to the world around you. As the game progresses, the other side will feel compelled to invest even more energy in their efforts, as they are aware of the reversal that has already occurred. They may still show you the opposite on the outside, but trust, you have already won. Their uncertainty is causing them to react with even more pressure and rage. Stay confident and trust your instincts. Seek tranquility and distance yourselves from the theatrical spectacle that only seeks to sow uncertainty. Seek retreat and distance yourselves. This year, you can focus entirely on yourself before facing other challenges and miracles next year. Pay attention to the messages from the gods Anubis and Thoth regarding the earth frequency and the energies of this year, and dedicate yourselves to your own well-being. You deserve to discover your true self. The Reptilians' love, kindness, and open-mindedness accompany you on your journey through dense energy, giving you strength, confidence, and power along the way. Once again, I ask you to heed my words and share our message with as many open-hearted, conscious people as possible. This will help to disempower the creatures who try to control you from the shadows. They spread hatred and division. And what steps do you take? You respond with love. Croc.